These 10 fragrances are essentially going to act as the cherry on top to complete your whole outfit and your whole look that you have going on. And utilizing these are going to give you a big edge over a lot of other guys who just simply aren't taking advantage of this type of thing. And that is simply choosing a great cologne or even a signature scent. For most guys, that's an afterthought. That's something they may not even think of at all. They spend a lot of time and a lot of money buying shoes and watches and nice clothing and everything like that. And they might not think of a good scent. And this is the type of thing that people notice and pick up on and remember you by. So these 10 fragrances are going to make you more attractive in the way that they're going to complete that look that you have going on. This does require effort up front. You have to make sure that you are taking care of yourself, staying groomed, staying hygienic, and everything like that. That should all go without saying. But this is going to help you just go that much further. I've got 10 great selections for you today. These are all compliment pullers, mass-pleasing scents. They're all affordable as well, and you guys are going to love these. And so I will link these all down below for you if you're in the mood to do some shopping around. Tax season is pretty much right here. And if you're someone who doesn't have to pay money, but instead you get money back, you could put some of that towards some of these if you are interested. And if you just want to save money, you can sign up to my mailing list down below, first link in the description. And that is where I send out deals and just great buys on some of the hottest, most sought after designer and niche men's fragrances out there. Anytime you're wanting to get something rare, sign up because chances are I'm looking for it as well. And once it comes in stock, I will notify you. Great place to get a ton of hard to find stuff. Let's get things kicked off with Ralph's Club Parfum. So this DNA, whether you go with the Parfum or the Eau de Parfum, is going to set you up for success. Very, very likable across a bunch of different categories, from fresh to aromatic and even a tiny bit sweet with this Parfum, which I really like. And between this and the Eau de Parfum, I gotta say the Parfum is my favorite. I think this one brings a little bit more to the table from not only a versatility standpoint, but also kind of an interesting standpoint. Like, this is something I kind of dive into, and each time I wear it and each time I smell it, I discover something a little bit different about it. So there is more to this one than meets the eye, or at least when you look at the note breakdown and you just automatically assume it's going to be super boring. It's not quite that bad, but it does have some mass appeal, some very much familiar smells to it compared to other things out there, but with a twist. And this one will definitely get you a ton of positive attention. Next up, we have Carolina Herrera Bad Boy Cobalt. This is my giant, obnoxious 150 ml bottle, and these do come with a cap, the 150s. If you get 100 ml, it has the standard kind of built in, but these, they don't do that for whatever reason, and they give you a cap, which I don't mind because then I can pick it up and just smell it like that without actually having to spray it. You know, love it or hate it, these bottles are a little bit out there, but it is what it is. I really don't mind them all that much, but what's important is the scent. Now this one here, as you could probably imagine, is going to be fresher than the original and the Parfum Intense version. And so this one has plum, it's got pink pepper, and even this unique truffle accord, so it's a little bit chocolatey sweet. The plum is also giving kind of a fruity sweetness, but then you're also getting fresh notes, almost like a minty geranium type of smell in here as well. It is different, and definitely not what I was expecting when I first tried this one. This was last year's release, new one from them in this lineup. We've already had a new one this year, Bad Boy Extreme, which is also really good. Being that this one's fresher, I think it's a little bit more versatile, easier to wear, but still it focuses on pleasing the masses, and they did do a great job with that. Next up, we have Le Male On Board by Jean Paul Gaultier. So this one has amber, there's a little bit of tonka bean in here, some geranium as well, bergamot up top. So this is going to be basically your sweet summer scent. Not gourmand, but a little bit bubblegummy sweet. Kind of think of something like Le Male Popeye / Superman. This is filling that void. Now it is different than those, so we're not looking at a clone instance here or anything like that, but in terms of being just a fun, playful, easygoing summer scent with sweetness to it, that still holds up really well. This one is it, and I've always really liked this one ever since it first came out. I thought this has been a pretty solid release. Now all around in terms of just uniqueness and just composition overall, it's not going to be one that beats out Le Male Parfum, for example, but in terms of the mass appeal and versatility, and especially just for a warmer weather scent, this one is going to do a much better job compared to something like Le Male Parfum or even Ultra Male. Those are much more sweet, more wintertime focus. This one's going to be more for the more mild weather, playful instances where you just want to smell good to pretty much everybody. Let's keep it moving with Ferragamo UOMO, and this is going to be the Casual Life flanker. So they have this one. They also have Urban Feel. Now, you could go with either of those. And I mean, if we're being realistic, you could also go with the original and signature. But this is going to be one of the fresher ones along with Urban Feel. It's kind of just a pick your favorite type of battle. I kind of like this one over Urban Feel because you actually get a little bit of that coffee accord out of this, along with the violet leaf, lemon, and musk in here. So I really like that they're carrying over some aspects from signature, that roasted coffee accord, and then also bringing in fresher notes, the violet leaf, kind of giving it an ozonic feel, some citrus, a lot of musk with this one as well. To me, it's pretty well done. Now, in terms, again, of uniqueness and things like that, I would go with signature, okay? But when we're just talking about smelling good to everybody, or just about everybody, as many people as possible, this is going to win that. But it does smell great, super refreshing, light, easygoing, and a big head turner as well. Next up, we have a limited edition scent here. Now, this one you could still get easily on discounters, no big deal. But from what I do understand, it's not going to be in production forever. So as they continue to add more flankers to this line, the chances of seeing this one stick around longer and longer go down lower, because at some point they have to purge things out and make room. And again, I think from the start, this was going to be not a forever thing. But it's Dolce & Gabbana the One Gold. The fingerprint magnet bottle here, as you can see, that just looks horrible. So I'll try to show it like this to where you can't see that mess. It's not going to work. It's got blood orange, clary sage, ginger, and cardamom here. So kind of playing on the one DNA a little bit, but not as much as you might expect. Focusing more on aromatics here, the blood orange off the top. The atomizer isn't very good on this. I don't know why. I think my other bottles are better. This one, not so much. Just little small puffs. That's it. It doesn't really do anything big here, but you know, it's fresher. It's going to be more of a spring and fall kind of transitional season. So as we're working our way closer and closer to spring, perfect time to start wearing this one. It's a nice flanker. You know, it really does separate itself from the rest of the line, which is a positive thing. So you're not talking about any redundancy here between them. Again, very wearable. The aromatics work great together. That clary sage smells amazing. You can really pick it up. It's very distinct here. Clean, easy going, but with a kind of a mature upscale smell too. You got to have this one. Next up, we have one of the most signature scent worthy fragrances that have ever existed, and this will be hard to top. I mean, there are some things out there that are in a similar vein now, but this one here is just one of those ones that I think everyone should have. Everyone. Versace Pour Homme, the original OG. Just, I mean, even the bottle itself, there's something just nostalgic and classy and just, I don't know, something just looks good about this thing. I don't know what it is. It just reminds me of when I was first getting into the hobby. And this one has lemon, bergamot, neroli, and a lot of musk. Citrusy, bright, fresh, and clean. And I don't think you will ever find a single person that doesn't like how this smells. Now, there's going to be plenty of people who will smell this and maybe tell you that it's nothing special. And that's an argument that is a valid one. I mean, this is not going to blow the minds of veteran collectors, okay? That being said, this is just so easygoing. And when we're talking about smelling good to the people around you, they're not going to be having the mindset of, oh, something has to smell super unique, right? Very unlikely. They're going to be looking for things that are uplifting and make them feel good and just smell nice and clean, and this does that. And it does it in a way where it isn't super basic, even though you might think it, because it doesn't smell like shower gel or deodorant. This smells like a true classy men's cologne, and it stands out and always will. Now, if you want to spend a little bit more money, you want to stand out, but you still want to get a ton of compliments and just smell amazing and really kind of have a little bit of a mysterious edge about you as well, then you can put your money into something like Tom Ford Ombre Leather. Tom Ford is always a great investment. You're paying for it up front. Even at discounters, these are going to be up over 150 for 100 mil. The Parfum's even more expensive. Really, you don't even need to spring for the Parfum. This original, which is an Eau de Parfum, is more than good enough to get the job done, guys. But this is just one of those things where it hurts at first, throwing that money down on one bottle. But then after you do it and you wear it and you enjoy it, it pays for itself pretty quickly, and you'll be happy that you made, the purchase and you pulled the trigger on it, because it's one that is nice to have around if you want to stand out and have something that is unique in the way of focusing heavily on leather. I mean, that's what it's all about, but not in a way where it's hard to pull off. This is not Tuscan leather, completely different. That one's hard to pull off, that one's animalic, that one's challenging and not very versatile. This is the complete opposite, where it's a fresh kind of ozonic leather scent, much lighter and easier to wear, smells great, and is very unique. Now this next one is a scent from Nautica that is hardly ever talked about. So yeah, Voyage is already off the table there. I've had this one for a while. I've actually featured it quite a bit on the channel too. It's of course very cheap if you're shopping on discounters, which you definitely should be. Please do not go out and buy Nautica fragrances at retail. They're probably 80 or 100 bucks. You can get them for $20 or less on discounters. Please do not do that. Even rack stores, they're probably going to be more expensive there sometimes. So just, fragrance net $20 or less. But this one is Aqua Rush. I love it. I think it is excellent. Top tier cheapie. And again, it is not talked about. I mean, the Voyage line is definitely carrying the Nautica brand in the fragrance community. And so that's where it all goes, right? But this one here is one you should definitely look into if you're on a budget. It's got mint, yuzu, sea notes, clary sage. So, it's nothing like crazy unique, but also there isn't any other aquatic or citrus-based scent that really smells all that similar to this one. And I think that's special. I think this one does bring something new to the table, and if you're just on a budget and you don't have a lot of money to spend, or you just don't want to spend a lot of money, maybe you're looking for a nice summer beat or something that you can throw in your gym bag, take it on vacation, just leave it in your vehicle, and it's going to get baked 100+ degrees and you just aren't too worried about it because it was cheap. This is the type of thing that you can use, and on top of that, you're going to be smelling different and unique when you wear it as well. Second to last, we have Givenchy Gentleman Eau de Parfum, just, the original Eau de Parfum. At this point, we have quite a few flankers. Eau de Parfum Reserve Privé, easily my favorite and one of the best in the line when it comes to just really talking about uniqueness, I would say. That's not really what we're talking about in this video. We're just talking about nice mass appeal. And I think this one does a great job because it has iris, of course, but it's more vanilla focused as well, and that vanilla is a very mass pleasing note. It's a sweet note, and as you guys probably have realized by now, sweet is the new trend for men's fragrances. So many of them, and a lot of them are using a heavy vanilla tonka bean combo. We're getting that vanilla to a heavy extent. We're getting some black pepper spiciness, a little bit of a dusty sweet iris. This one's seductive. It's head turning in a way of just people being confused as to what that is, but they're also kind of fascinated. You just got to have this one. It's affordable as well. You can get testers for in the $70 range, and they usually do come with caps. I do have a few gentleman testers. This is not one. Actually, it is one of them because I'm looking at the back of it right here. Tester. Lists off the notes, and at the very bottom, tester down there. So yeah, they do come with a cap. I completely forgot about that. And hey, great value, great mass appeal, and for what it's worth compared to everyone else around you, you will smell unique. Last up for this one, we have RASASI HOWAS. So you guys know this is one of my personal favorites, and it's the Invictus Aqua DNA, but with a nice fruity plum accord, a lot of bergamot going on, watery notes, of course a ton of ambroxan. So it's that blue fragrance, but it's aquatic, it's playful. This is the perfect scent to wear to the pool, to the lake, to the ocean, to the beach, to any sort of fun summer activity where you want to spend time in the sun with your friends and family and you want to make good memories. This is going to be one of those ones that just accompany that perfectly. I mean, it's to the point where you can build up so many memories with this, and when you pick it up and smell it, it's like a flashback. Then you're thinking back to summer and the nice weather and all of that stuff, and it's a nice little thing to have when it's cold outside in the winter. I purposely do not wear this at all in the winter or fall, or even spring. I pick it up and smell it all the time. As you see me do in videos, that's not an act. I just love how it smells and I gotta do that. But I will not spray this on my skin unless it's summertime because I'm just weird like that. But it's definitely one that is a big people pleaser. Pretty much everyone loves it. It's a little bit more playful, a little bit more juvenile, but in a good way. Alrighty guys, that's gonna do it for me. 10 fragrances that are instantly gonna boost up your attractiveness. And again, these are kind of the cherry on top, the sprinkles on a sundae, just the finishing touches that a lot of guys aren't taking advantage of, that you are because you're watching the videos and hopefully you're subscribed and you're able to get some of these amazing suggestions and you're able to implement them into your life and maybe they've done very well for you. Links will be down below. Deals will be out on my mailing list and on my community tab as well. If you want to save money, a mailing list is the place to be. All of the deals get sent there first and my community tab second. So list does take priority. Hop on that if you want to get some rare, hard to find things. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.